Oh, this corner! This corner! So what's up, guys? We are gonna head off to work, but yeah, we're on a different bike. My bike is at the garage. I was initially I just wanted some new tires and wanted them to fix my speedometer. But yeah, then they called and they were like, well, yeah, my chain is pretty rusted already. I don't know what they used. So it was the chain, I believe, something with the rear axle or a bolt near the rear axle, or it was a chain tensioner. Had some little cracks in it and it literally broke off when they wanted to remove it. So yeah, initially, if it was just the tires, I was gonna pick it up today, but it turned out being more than just the tires. So we have this bike till Wednesday, and honestly, it's also a 700cc, just like my bike. It has a bit less power, but what can you expect? My bike is 30 years old, 32 to be precise. So yeah, my bike is just an engine with raw power. This conforms to the environmental standards. Stuff like that. It's quiet. It's not a bad bike. This is, I believe, the only bike that they have as a loaner bike that has the braces or bars all over it, which, if you ask me, looks absolutely terrible. But if you drop it, it's gonna save you a lot of money. These braces, they're probably still a couple hundred euros, but that's less expensive than pretty much remodeling your entire bike. But yeah, it is the Honda NC700 something. I'm terrible at reviewing bikes, but it's a nice bike. The riding position is actually really comfortable. Slightly forward, but not in a bad way. It aligns at about 6,500 RPM, way lower than I thought when I first hopped on. Like, I had a couple of I drove a little bit just to get used to the feel, how nimble it is, which is not bad. But then I opened up the throttle and I was like, wait, why is it acting weird? And that was because I was way in the rev limiter. So this is more of a torquey bike. That was the rev limiter again. Oh yeah, the NC700S. That's it. And like I said, the storage compartment is right here. Fuel tank, or well, the fuel cap is under the pillion seat, or the rear seat, passenger seat, whatever you want to call it. And the damn key, every fucking time. There is the storage compartment. But yeah, it's quite a mid-range bike. It's, like I said, 700cc's. Gotta look up the other specs, horsepower and torque, fuel capacity, stuff like that. I'll do that probably tonight, later today when I get home. But yeah, it's not got an insane amount of power, but pretty much just right. So it's an easy city bike, I think, because it's nimble, agile. You can really throw it around. But if you want to go, you can still pretty much go. It's a bit more civilized bike than my But my bike is anything but civilized. Whoa. I almost fucking dropped it. That was fucking slippery. Anyway, I will see you guys when I head back home. But yeah, about this bike, like I said, it's nice and nimble. I'm gonna be careful because the tires are still slightly cold. But I actually looked up the specs. It has 48 horsepower and 60 newton meters of torque. The torque is at 4750 and the horsepower is at 6750, I believe. Weighs about 210 kilograms, I believe. It's not really heavy, but it's not a really light bike either. But it's a nice bike. I like it. I don't feel big on the bike. It's really comfortable for my height. It's more than enough space. Even taller guys than I could comfortably ride on this bike without issues. So it's a Honda. It's civilized. It's decent. You can trust on this bike, I think. Well, it feels like a really trustworthy bike. It's not a bike I mind driving. It's pretty much nothing special. It's a good overall bike. It's a really decent overall bike. There's nothing wrong with it besides what it had on the highway, the vibrating handlebars. But besides that, there is nothing wrong with this bike. But like I said, also, it has nothing extraordinary or extremely special. It does have the useful storage compartment. I always love that because this is a parallel twin actually, which surprised me. But seeing the RPM range makes sense. But I love that insane vibration at a lower RPM. So what's up, guys? We're out for a short little drive because a brand new road has opened and I'm curious about it. I don't want to take the bike for a ride over it, just to kind of test it out a bit more. So this is a completely new road. Before I moved to Gouda, where I started motovlogging, I believe, they were starting building this, like they put the sand down and let that settle and everything. I'm really starting to like this bike. It's so nimble, and corners, stuff like that, it just feels like it has no issues at all. Oh, this corner! Oh my god, it's really long. Fuck yes. Oh, I think I have a new favorite corner. I can't wait to drive that corner with my own bike. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. That was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm curious what you guys think of this bike, the usefulness, the silence, but I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I am going to go hang out with the missus. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed, but I keep my head down cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me cause it's my conquest, and I'm never gonna rest.